Hello and welcome back to Create Astral. So last time we did a bunch of stuff in the quest book, but we got stuck here for trying to make this thing. Actually this, for some reason we have to automate debris in order to do this, which I find very confusing. But there you go. So some of our episode we're going to go back to Mars and we're basically just going to sit here and wait for this to do its thing. But we're going to start off with making some crushed up Surdus quartz as well as some crushed up skystone, which I would imagine I have in here somewhere. So I found our skystone. We have a little bit of it. Don't have a whole lot. And I think eventually we're going to need some glowstone dust as well. Do I have any in here that I can just swipe right now so I don't have to worry about it? Doesn't look like it. But we might have some in here somewhere. And we have a very small amount. Let's take 10 pieces just so that we have some. And then we're going to have to crush up our skystone. And that should give us, I think, yeah, this stuff. Oh, we have more glowstone here. Excellent. So that looks like that's all of that. So we're going to take our skystone dust. And we've actually completed 2 of these, which includes this next one, making some sulfur. We get some sulfur dust, and then we got to make some liquid sulfur. So to do that, it looks like I have to make some sulfuric acid cells. I'm not totally sure how we do that. I assume it's going to use sulfur dust. What happens if I look at what to do with this? So we can melt it into sulfur. That's one option. We can mix it to make rubber, or we can do that. So I think the best way to do this is just going to be to melt it into sulfur, and then we'll have to pump it out. That shouldn't be too hard. We could use this same setup that we have over here, and just attach a different thing to it. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so I think this setup should work for what we need it to. However, I'm definitely going to need more than 1 sulfur. So to make that, all we do is we chuck glowstone dust and skystone dust into the same thing. This is actually what's making us our sulfur. I'm not really sure why this thing auto-completed when it didn't actually make us make it, but you know, that's okay. So either way, this is making us some more sulfur. I didn't quite do the math correct for how much glowstone we need compared to skystone, but that's okay. Let's put this extra skystone here, and then we got 13 sulfur that we can start heating up. And although it's going very slowly, it should melt down into what were we trying to make? Liquid sulfur. Okay. And then after that, we're going to need to use that with some coal dust. So while this is melting, I think I'll make some more coal dust. So apparently, I grabbed some more empty cells and that just completed the sulfur task. Not really sure why, because we definitely don't have any. Unless I do, and I got some as a reward. That doesn't look like it. But either way, we're going to wait for this to pump out stuff so that we can actually use it. That said, the next part is going to be to add coal dust to our liquid sulfur. So to do that, it looks like we're going to have to use a... Actually, I'm not totally sure. Maybe it's just we need to get both of those things. Well, that was not helpful. No idea. Either way, we'll figure something out. This should be full, so let's make some sulfur cells. That requires a lot of sulfur to make one of these cells. That's fine, but that is quite the process. So, once we get that done, I guess it's just a matter of getting our coal dust, and then we'll be on to this stage, which will help us get to this thing. And now we have our coal dust, so let's go ahead and check this off. We get some sulfur cells. That could not have worked out better. It looks like we already have the oil cells done. Not totally sure where, but like, sure, okay. Looks like we have two ways to automate, to obtain it. We can either automate it, or we can go looking for oil, which I know is on Mars. We've seen it there before. But I think this is a good point to head off to our next planet. We're going to head off to Glacio and do some of that quest line. Alright, it's a drizzly day, but we're ready to go to Glacio. I very nearly forgot to bring a launch pad with us. That would have been a problem, because I don't know how we would have gotten back. But I think I got everything. I got some torches. I got enough biofuel to last to get there. Got some food. I got torches and stuff. And I've completely emptied out the backpack so that we have space to grab stuff. So, I think it's off we go as we make our way to our next planet. So, we're going to go to Mars, but this time we're going to go to Glacio. Now, it does say that there's oxygen here in here. Our temperature is only negative 20 degrees Celsius. Gravity seems pretty comparable to Mars. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to land. I assume... Oh, it's snowing. Oh. Very cool. So there's a giant snowy escape. That looks interesting. I actually think I know what those are, and I think we should have brought a bit of gear with us, which we did not. But okay, we've landed on Glacio. So, let's just get rid of this. Oh, this is packed ice as well. I need Silk Touch to actually mine this properly, but that's okay. We got snow. Oh, we got sinky snow. I see. Well, that's not as ideal. How deep is this? I seem to be sinking. I think I've hit the bottom. Okay. Okay, that was concerning. We don't actually seem to have taken any damage from that. But I was not ready for the packed snow at all. We seem to be sinking again. Is it just all snow? It's just all snow blocks that cause us to sink. Okay. This could be more of a problem than I was expecting. We do have some Glacio stone, which is good. But I do believe that we have sunk quite far into the snow. So we're gonna have to dig our way out.
How are we gonna get out of here?
We'll dig our way out.
Now dig up, stupid.
We got some permafrost, which I think is in our quest book. Let's actually look at this. If we've done this, we gotta find some lapis ore. We need some ice shards and any type of ice. And a whole lot of Glacio stone. Doesn't look like it's going to be too bad to get. Oh, but there's a hole down there. Right. This is going to make things a bit more interesting. There's some permafrost here as well. So I guess we grab some of that. Other than that, let's just keep digging our way to freedom. It is worth noting that our oxygen isn't actually going down, which is good. Because otherwise that would be a concern. Be in serious trouble if that was the case. Hey, we found the surface. Just got a little bit more digging to do. We need to build ourselves a little platform to escape. And now we can get a lay of the land. Let's put down some more permafrost so that we don't sink through it this time. Alright. And it looks like something interesting over there. Our rocket is there. We should probably build a return launch pad. So that can be perhaps right here. I'm not going to worry about aesthetics right now. It's more important that we just survive this. I do find it concerning that snow is already building up on here. We get some snowballs out of it, I guess. And then our launch pad can go right here. Good. So I think we're actually going to go back into the hole. Let's put down a torch. And I really hope that this snow doesn't make full blocks again, because that would be a pain in the butt. There was a giant hole here that we could go into, but I don't know how safe that is. So instead, we're going to dig down from here, I think. Oh, and already we found some copper. And we found the giant hole again. Lots of Endermen. Let's try digging down a different spot. This is closer. We could just build back up from here, I think. I think that'd be fine. So let's use our permafrost to make a bit of a platform. Like so. We can use some of our Glacio stone as well. Down a couple torches. Alright. So we do have a lot of Endermen to contend with. Fortunately, they don't seem to be angry at us. But other than that, it looks like we just got normal sort of stuff besides it being slippery. We got coal. So let's go ahead and grab some of this. In the quest book, we actually do need to get a lot more Glacio stone. Which I guess we're not getting right now because it's cobblestone. But if there's coal here, maybe we can use that. There's some prismatic crystals. Can we just break this? No, we cannot. So we're going to have to figure out what to do with that exactly. But let's keep going down. We got some amethyst. handbrake. What can we use this for? Anything special? Make some fancy weapons and some lanterns. Might need amethyst dust at some point. Okay, make some fancy weapons as well, looks like. Outside of that, not so much. Grab a little bit of copper. And then let's just keep going down, see where we end up. Oh, there's water down here. Oh, is this thing underwater, this area? How did we do that? Maybe it's just below this level there's water? Looks like there's more water here. Interesting. Unfortunately, it looks like it's a bit of a mess to navigate. There's obsidian down here as well. This is where our oxygen tank does come in useful. But it looks like we are down at bedrock down here as well. So I'm guessing instead of like lava layers, this whole place just has water, which is fine. It is rather interesting. That looks like something different, but we found our first bit of lapis ore, which is exciting. I wonder if, is this counting, or do I specifically need to... I wonder if I need the actual ore, which might mean I need to come back with Silk Touch even with finding this. Alright, so we did quite a bit of mining. We have lots of lapis, which is great for making more inscribed things. However, I think to complete a lot of this, we are either going to need Silk Touch, or we're going to need the chromatic vacuum that we made quite a while ago. I think we made it like back here, or maybe it was in this section. Yeah, we made this thing. I think we're actually going to need that for this planet. So, with that in mind, I think it's time to head back. I think the spaceship is up there, and I need to figure out how to get to that. It's a good thing that I have all this cobblestone, because otherwise that would be a pain. So let's dig our way back up there. I'm very nervous about anything that's not like a solid, and we're just going to sink through it. Either way, let's get rid of these. Let's do this. Let's get our rocket back. I'm going to go ahead and break that so that it's easier to deal with upon return. And then let's fuel it up. And we shall say goodbye to this planet for now. I think it's a good start. We've learned what not to do. And those spires are really interesting. I do wonder what other sort of secrets are on this planet, but we'll have to see those later. Oh, we've actually landed in a different spot, which is weird. That's fine. But let's go ahead and get some of this stuff processed. Fortunately, we don't really need to restock on oxygen, which is handy, but let's go get it. Alrighty, so I went ahead and built an entirely new backpack. It's a Snow Traveler's backpack, very thematic. And I made a new pickaxe using our pig iron from a while ago. It has Silky, which lets it do Silk Touch, as well as the Chromatic Vacuum, which is that other thing that we needed. as well as a couple other soul torches. In making that, I actually ended up completing this thing as well, which is good. And now we need to do this. Hopefully that should all be smelted up. Good. So we have that quest complete. The permafrost actually I put away, but we should be able to do that as well. So let's go ahead and grab just a stack of that so we can complete that quest. And then we're on nitrogen. But I think that we are going to end... Nope, not over there. We're going to end the episode here. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit like and subscribe. This one was a lot more perilous than I was expecting it to be. But that's snow for you, I guess. So, hope you enjoyed, and bye.